Welcome to a long-ass playlist that I've been cobbling together, and I am calling it the Blacksmiths Survival Guide. I will cover everything from the smallest things in our universe, the God particle itself, the Higgs boson, all the way through to concepts like the multiverse and real science leading up to that hypothesis, because it's not a theory, it's a hypothesis. First of all, let's get our language right. It's a hypothesis that can be traced together as a possible conjecture from things we have observed on scales of order of magnitude that will make everything we've built seem like a Higgs boson. I will cover evolution, I will cover layman's history, and so on and so forth. Most of this will be done by minds greater than my own. Eventually, I'm going to go full-blown fucking pirate with this and just rip my entire playlist off of YouTube and add like documentation and citations and all that stuff and turn this into a once-off downloadable thing that can be given to any parent of any religious, cultural, or political background, because honestly, I could give two shits. Right? And its main goal is to make sure that your children have the best head start. Why is it called the Blacksmiths playlist? Because it comes down to the very end of the history part of the playlist, which will lead into mining and martial arts and religion and philosophy. Right? I am not going to preach my own, although I will, state what mine is and cover as many different religions as I can. I'm still learning about Eastern religions and so on and so forth. But by the time you've gotten that far into the playlist, you will have come around to my way of, educating, which is basically, who gives a fuck, we're all in this together, you cunt. So, yeah. Right? This is made for adults. It's not made for children. It is made for adults to educate themselves of what is known and how to best, within their reasonable deductional reasoning as to what their child is good at, educate them. Now, that's, the whole theme of the Blacksmiths playlist. Right? After I've done my whole history and religious segment, I'll actually teach about what I am good at. Working with my hands, martial arts, survival, construction, right? Although by this point in the playlist, you would realize that technology for those skills renders someone like me obsolete, but then, I can pass on the knowledge going backwards to rock and bone, to basic blacksmithing, and all the building blocks and components up to these technologies, that you could use me as this form of handyman Rosetta Stone. The blacksmith is often the farmer. The farmer, who is a blacksmith, often travels. He often trades. He often scouts out for his tribe. Right? He leads the infantry. He's the first one off the boat. He's the first one to jump out the plane. He's the first one to jet off to the stars and fly to Elysium. So, the Blacksmiths Species Survival Guide. Blacksmiths Species Survival Guide. Check it out. I'm building it, but eventually, full-blown pirate. I'm just going to rip all these resources and I'm going to add everything else you need. This should realistically be what, as a parent, you should know that at a 4th grade level, they should at least be teaching the basics of these concepts to your children. Peace.